Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Yay. Hope everyone is doing great. Whoops, that is the wrong screen. Welcome to Blade Talk. Mr. TC and Mr. Pete and Mr. Ed Durbin. Hope you gentlemen are doing great. I myself am doing rather well this morning. I was almost late to start the stream though because I wanted to bead blast a knife as soon as I got home, and I did accomplish that. But I was nearly late because of it. So let's start this day off like we do every day and talk about what I carried last night. Good morning, Nick T. So last night in my front pocket, I had this big giant Tucson with the holes in it and the milling, super cool milling. This looks a lot like a GTC knife. We're going to take this apart and see how it is together. The only way to open this is this little flipper tab here. And as you can see, it's got a compound ground blade and looks a lot like a GTC knife. Good morning, mister. Oh, thank you, TC. Yeah, I was going to ask you if you got that package yesterday. I'm guessing you did. So I had that in the front pocket. That is the TS567 TC. And then in my back pocket, I had the Kubi Hamster, which turns out being a much better knife than I thought it would be. I was afraid the blade was going to be too short because of how it looked, but it's got that 3.5-inch blade. Good morning, Andrew. You might have, TC. I don't know. I might have missed it. But this one is another one of those Kubis like the Silo that no matter how tight you tighten the pivot, the blade is so heavy that it just drops. Can't complain about that, but get your finger out of the way because it is going to bite you if you don't. But anyway, I had those two big boys. Now, my only complaint about the Tucson is how much it weighs. It is a half a pound a knife. This is the Richard Gere knife. Sorry. If you know, you know. So the Hamster weighs, I believe, right at 5 ounces, 5.22. And this Tucson, which doesn't look much bigger, weighs a half pound, 8.03 ounces. So yeah, they did not do any kind of milling on this one on the inside. And as you can see, it doesn't have any screws on the outside, including a pivot. It doesn't even have a pivot. So there's one screw in the middle clip there. These other holes just go all the way through. I don't know if you can see that. Actually, there's a screw. Okay, there's a screw in that extra hole. Aha. I thought all these holes went through, but evidently that other side has an extra big hole up there. So there is a screw in it as well. And then there's a screw in the clip hole. So that is how you disassemble the knife. So Andrew, I don't know if you saw my Discord message to you just now, but this is the knife that I was bead blasting when I got home from work, and it literally looks brand new. I did check out the gold, trying to separate the gold. I did the clip and both sides of the scales, and it turned out awesome. I might can do the gold on the pivot. I'll have to check that after the stream, but otherwise it looks like a brand new knife. So anyway, oh, I know Ed, that's what I said. I didn't see, so this one right here, if you count these holes, there's 5 plus that one is 6. On this side there's only 5. It doesn't have that other big hole, so I thought there was just one screw in the clip. I didn't see that other one. So let's take this puppy apart and see how many screws the inside has. And that is probably why it's so heavy. You gotta have a long screwdriver to get in there. And I thought they were T8s, but maybe I'm wrong. Yep, they're T6s. They're going to be fun putting back in. All the way down there in the bottom. All right. Let's see what that did. I don't feel like it did anything. Let's try to loosen it. I got them all the way loose. So now what are we supposed to do here? Aha! The backside comes off. And there is a ton of oil on this thing. Oh my goodness. Look at all that oil. That is a little overkill too, son. Look at all that oil. Wow. You can see those 2 screw heads. So that's how I'll have to get them when I want to try to put it back together. My goodness, oil. Got some Earl on it. They did not skimp on the Earl. So now you can get, now it looks like a regular knife again. Kind of. It's got the pivot and the 2 body screws. And let's see, they are T8s. That's kind of weird that the T6s hold the whole thing together, but well, I don't guess they're really holding it all together, but they're holding this side of the scale on at least. And like I said, it's going to be fun trying to get those back in there. Might not do that on stream. So after you do all that, the knife should just come apart like regular. Those screws just fell out. So there you have it. It is then just like a regular knife, except for there are 2 screws right there and right there that hold on this other scale. And the clip is held on by one behind the backspacer, I guess. Oh wow, so you have to take these 2 out. Well, we might as well do it since we're here. You have to take these 2 out in order to get to the screws to undo the backspacer. And then once you undo the backspacer, you can take off the clip. So I've got too many screws going on here. These 2 go on that one. These 2 go on this side. So you have to do that to get to these 2 screws to take the backspacer out. I needed to clean all this oil out of here anyway. I don't guess I have to, but so yeah, that's it. And then these 2 will take the backspacer out. Oh, the clip is attached. Oh, the clip is attached to this. Duh. I don't even have to take the backspacer out. So yeah, the clip is attached to this side. So no wonder this thing weighs a ton. It's a lot of pieces. Oh, really, mister? Three-hour live stream to put 2 screws in. Yeah, those last 2, I'm going to have to use a magnetic bit. But you can't use a regular bit to get down in there. You have to use a long one. That's what she said. But I'm not going to... I mean, I guess before I forget what I'm doing, I probably should put it back together. So let's see here. This one goes... I'm confused already. I thought this one was the... Nope, it's this one. Okay. Why is that there? Why am I confused? Why does that go on? What is going on here? What am I doing? What? Oh, my God. I was like, what is going on here? All right, so these 2 go here. I need to get some of these screws back in here real quick. And then we'll go to the drop point. I don't think I'm gonna do this whole... I'll reassemble it while we're looking at some stuff, maybe. All right. That's back together almost. All right, that's back together. Bearing back on. Blade back on. This side back on. Then these 2 back on. That's why I needed to get this kind of put back together so I wouldn't forget which screws went where. All right, that one back together. That one back together. Now this on here. Whoops. Now the pivot on. How are y'all doing this morning? What knives are y'all looking forward to this week? Centering's perfect. Blade's back in. This is back on. Only 2 screws left are the 2 hard ones. Let me make sure. I've got a little magnetizer and demagnetizer laying around here somewhere, Ed. So y'all know those little blocks that you use that come in, y'all know how to use those things? The little magnetizers and demagnetizers. So they have a little hole in them. Let me see if I can find my demagnetizer thing. Oh, I know there's one in here. So these little screwdriver kits have one of these in there. And you can demagnetize or magnetize screwdrivers with these things. So I don't know if you've seen these before, but you put it in this middle, the big hole in the middle here to magnetize it, and then you move it back and forth across the top here to demagnetize it. So I don't know if y'all have ever used those, but that is what they're for. Magnetize and demagnetize. So you just take the screwdriver and you just run it around in here and let it touch that magnet, and it will magnetize it so that it holds a screw. Did I do the wrong one? Yeah, I did the wrong one, of course. Alright, so you put it through there, and then it should be magnetized. And it is. So let's see if we can get this screw back in. Oh, you have to get the blade out of the way, because it goes all the way on the other side. Alright. Now it's like playing Operation. One of them back in. Get it. Sorry. I am silly sometimes. Alright, guys. What is going on with that one? I didn't hit the hole. I wasn't holding my mouth right, I guess. Still don't think I hit it. How did I get one of them in there so easy? I can't even see the other one. There it is. Oh, wasn't lined up. I had to shift the scale a little bit. All right, we're back together. That was painless. And then to demagnetize it, all you do is rub it back and forth around in here. But it doesn't hurt to leave them magnetized unless you're working on electronics. If you're working on electronics, you don't need a magnetized screwdriver sometimes, because they will mess stuff up. Alright, so let's go see good morning, Pete. Hope you're doing well, sir. Alright, so let's go check out and see what's going on at the drop point. Probably a bunch of stuff we've already seen and a few new ones. So we're after the few new ones. Drop point for 7/31/25. So they have one up here at the top. I don't know if I've ever paid attention to, but the Grip X Shop Limitless Edition. What are we looking at here? Aha! Some scale material. It looks like sandpaper. I wonder if it feels like sandpaper. Got some pretty cool colors though. Let's see. I like the black and red, okay. I like the Starry Night. I like the blue, the Frostbite. I like the Tropic Heat. And I like the Glacier Jade. And I like the Deep Water. I don't like the Arc Flash. I'm not sure that I like the Volt Strike because of the black. And the Copperhead looks okay too. Good morning, Mr. Keep It Scale Stupid. Yeah, that's some pretty wild stuff. Well, alright then. Let's go to the folding knives first. The hot brass jack. Hot brass jack, jig stainless steel clip point. I like that jig pattern. I don't like the stainless steel part, but I'm sure they did that to keep the price down. This week is definitely the week of stainless steel. Yeah, I like that pattern for sure. Black buffalo horn. I probably like that one better though. They are available in 6 days, it looks like. They also have a stag version. There's the hedgehog. One of Pete's favorite knives. Let's see, jigged saw cut. I think I like the saw cut of this one better than the jigged one. Oh, you can roll the wheel. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know you could do that on these slideshows. Huh. Yep. Like it. I like it. Let's check out the jig though. Yeah, I like the saw cut better, I think. I don't know, that jig's pretty cool too though. Alright then, we got the, he's dropping a batch of RR3s, Knife Standard is, today. Let's see. And the only RR3 that I like is the plain tie one, which he doesn't look like he has anymore. Dang it. Why do they get rid of the nice ones? So it looks like he's only got the Supernova and the Stone Milled. He made a plain one. Guess I'll have to find it on the secondary market. Looks like they're available now, huh? Yeah, add to cart. Good morning, John. How are you, sir? Good morning, Michael. Alrighty, let's see what else they got here. The RR Station Express. Oh, he's got the new batch of those too. He doesn't offer a plain one of those either. So I would have to go with the... I would probably go with the Rorschach. I kind of like that pattern. $425. It says they're $345. Which one are we looking at here for $345? Oh, this one. The Gray Shadow. It's not a bad looking one either. Let's see. Gillian Knives, Fallen Star Custom. Books open, $50. Wow, that's a wild looking knife. It's got one of those huge pivot areas though, and flipper tabs. I don't know what's up with those knives. A few knives have this big area up here. The part around the pivot's too big and the flipper tab's too big, and it makes the proportions of the knife look weird. Otherwise, I like it if it was narrowed down around the pivot. Um, our new buddy Andrew there won a knife in a I'm not sure if was it a giveaway, Andrew? I mean, was it a lottery? How did you get that? How did you get that knife? Was it on the was it a raffle? I'm totally just rambling. But you know what I mean. How did you win that knife? That Aceto. Oh, raffle. How much money did you spend? So he got a Aceto, and we looked at this one, the black micarta. He got the full titanium one. I think he got this one. Beautiful knife though. Yeah, how many entries did you buy though? No, you got the jigged. Yours has got hammered finish. Let's see. Ah, yours is a custom one, huh? Well, I'll just show his. How about that? Yeah, how many raffle entries did you buy? Did you answer me? You don't like that one either? Yeah, the one I just showed. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know. There's a few knives that have that big middle that we've looked at with the big flipper tab. I can't remember the other one we looked at. But let me show you the knife. Well, where's the stupid message? Oh, you changed your name. Threw me off. Or something changed. Not sure exactly what changed. But here's the knife he got. What a beautiful knife. Good job on the raffle. You bought one entry? Wow. Oh, Michael, you mean the Station Express and the RR3 knife standards? Let's see. Yeah, beautiful knife. Here's the other side. The other side's even prettier. Whoops. Come on, computer, act right. Oh, look, it's got holes in it. Why in the heck do they gotta put holes and ruin everything? Good morning, Ron Crow. Man, that is a beautiful knife, man. If you ever want to sell that thing, holler at me. I would buy it with the holes. But I hate those 3 holes. My God. Good morning, Knives Are Live. How are you this morning, sir? Alright, let's go back to the drop point here. Yeah, Michael, you were talking about the knife standards, I guess. Yeah, what's up with this blue and purple Proto? There you go, TC. There's your version. Yeah, we've looked at that Grambo Assetto before. I want one of those right there, bad, because it's got a good price on it too. It's only $268. Like, that is a beautiful knife. Man, that's so pretty. Like, that is my, like, I don't know. If I was to make a dictionary and look up knife, I wouldn't mind if that's the one they showed. It reminds me of a Laconico with a little bit more aggressive blade. That drop point, though, man, is something else. So this company is in Australia, where Andrew lives. Maybe you could go pick me up one, Andrew. So it looks like he's got a textured one too. I like that texture on that one. Man, that's just some pretty knives. Very fair price too. Yeah, it does kind of look like a Sabenza, JD. You're right. The blade does a little. Alright, what's next? Well, we look at him every week. He's got the Atos this week. This one right here. I guess the button lock pre-order. And this one. I like that knife. I like what he does with the milling on the blades. That one's got micro milling on the handle too. I like the looks of that thing. I wonder if it's a top liner lock or a plunge lock. Dirk Diggler, yeah, the Vosteed Valhund is gorgeous, but it's just a little too small again. Like, it reminds me, I don't know why they keep making perfect knives that are just a little bit too small. But yeah, I agree. Laconico did his thing, but it's the same thing with this one. Like, I want an XL version of this and that Laconico. Yeah, they should do an XL version of both of those. Yeah, I know it's a Laconico. That's what I said. I definitely know about it. You know how much I love my Laconicos. So it looks like a Dixon Tiger Bomb. Oh, that's a pretty cool looking version. And I don't know why I'm having issues on Instagram figuring out where the pictures are, because they use JavaScript for all of them is why. And cascading style sheets. They don't want people to be able to save the images easily. But I got those stupid... I got a couple of plugins and they don't even help. Image downloader. It's got to be a better one. Aha. I don't know why I just didn't type Instagram downloader. There we go. Now we got it. Hopefully. Well, how do you integrate it? Show open in new tab icon. Oh, maybe I got to refresh the page. Where's the open in new tab icon? I don't know how to use this stupid add-on. I guess it probably told me. Always allow pin to toolbar. What is that? Oh, there it is. How do I get it to work? I don't know. It's not showing the icon somewhere. Sorry guys, I know y'all are, this is driving y'all nuts probably. Let me try that other one. I just want to be able to see pictures better. I'll pin that one too. Alright. So that one. How do I download? By using download button. Download button under the image video. I don't see the download button. The download button is not showing up. Maybe I have to relaunch Firefox. I don't know. Alright, let's go back to the drop point. Enough of that. Whoa. What is going on Instagram? Good grief. Got to be careful nowadays browsing Instagram. Alright, let's see if it pops up this time. Download. There it is. Has been downloaded. Wow, that's cool. It actually worked. So now I can just open the images full screen and we can look at them. See, that's so much better to be able to see the actual image he uploaded instead of that little picture. So now we can do that every time now with Instagram, so that's cool. Oh my God, what happened? Sorry, but I fixed it. I had to relaunch Firefox, sorry. But now I can download any image. So whenever you go to an Instagram image now, when you right click, this download for Instagram pops up. And it saves the image automatically. And you can drag it in here and we can see the full size image now. So now I want to go look at my my Dylan Mallory knife and do the same thing. Download. Come on, download it. What's going on with the stupid... Why is it not showing the... What happened? Why did it do that? I know y'all couldn't see it, but now when you right click on a picture, you can save image as, or open it in a new tab. Now y'all can see it. My bad. So the McNees now, that's the Instagram picture, but you can right click and download it, and then we'll be able to look at pictures from Instagram much better now. There's the Karis. TC, you should send me that knife to check out. I don't know why you haven't yet. Yeah, it's just those two knives. It's just this McNeese and this one. It's all good. We were ready for the next knife anyway. Berg Blades Alpha. I gotta get one. When do they come out? 11 o'clock. That is a great price on it too. Where's the folder? There it is. Is that the one that's going to be? Yeah, 325, 315. Yeah, it's coming at the end of August, I know. Man, it's a pretty knife. But I can't decide whether it looks enough different from my tick to get it. It might look too similar. After the stream yesterday, I went back over that mass drop and ferrum forge knife a couple of times and got it to where I like it now. So I'm done with the mirror polish on it. But I'm just not sure with this one whether it looks enough different than this one. I mean, it looks a lot like this tick. So let's see here. Where are we at? Can't get it down here small enough. But it looks a lot like it. It's got more aggressive jimping on the back. And the fuller is a little smaller. But right there, let's see. I can make it bigger. See if I can find that picture. Nope, JavaScript as well. See if this stupid plugin works for it. Yes, it does. So that did work for that one. So now I can do a better job of comparing them by doing this right here. Alright, so now we got get these out of the way. Now we got that one and that one. So the flipper tab and the handle is more rounded off. Yeah, that's the difference. So the handle by the pivot down here is wider, and so is the whole rest of it. The Alpha looks more comfortable, actually. The choil on the tick looks better because you can get a whole finger in and it goes in right with the flipper tab. If I did a tab delete on this one, that's what I need to do. If I did a tab delete on this tick, it would be a perfect knife because you'd be able to use that finger choil. Just, I mean, you already can, but it would just go right into that scale there. You said the point isn't as aggressive. It's pretty close to the same shape. Let me zoom my camera out just a little bit so I can get it the right size. Sorry. Just trying to do a little comparison here. Yeah, the top of it doesn't curve as much. The top of the blade, very close though. That's pretty good on size too. Could be a little smaller. All right, sorry. That's giving anybody hope nobody has epilepsy and I just caused a seizure. All right, back to where we were here. Dimco, we saw that. Oh, this is the compact version of the one we saw last week. This is the skinnier version. So they had the other one last week. This one. Wait, where is it? The 20S. Well, I guess all we got to do really is go back to last week's. You can go click on the right here. So yeah, so the full size slim. Oh, so this one's the S means slim. So that compact one is not the slim. So that makes sense. So this one is not a S. And I guess they make a MGAD 20 and not the 20S. Yeah, because here's the 20. I just don't have any pictures of those, huh? Those are both cool, though. They're a little overpriced. I can't believe the compact one is more than the full-size one. That's weird. All right. Here's ones that are already live. The RMX Compact. We saw that last week. I had them notify me about the drop point, but it's sold out again before I got one. I gotta grab one of those. Oh yeah, I did. I told y'all I did get that that Spark EDC spin. Ow. Because they were only 139 bucks. And Stas's video on that was really good. I don't know if y'all watched it. But he had basically the same exact opinion as I did. The only thing he was really surprised about was the fact that the little spinner wheel didn't cause a hot spot. I don't think either one of these is his video, so let's go look. I want y'all to see that real quick. Just parts of it. He does all kinds of tests to it. I love knife therapy.
Very well tuned detent, riding on cage ceramic variant. You can do the regular. Just a second, but let's talk about the deployment and action on this one. So you can see you have that roll around top flipper, front flipper that has perfect jimping there. I mean perfect. No matter where you grab it from, it grips the finger nicely. You have dual thumb studs, that are accessible. So that front flipper, you can do the regular roll around flip, top flip, knuckle roll, however you want to do it. It's very easy and enjoyable to do, and I'm not even a front flipper fan. Thumb studs work great. You can reverse flick off those studs. You can slow roll. Very well tuned detent, riding on cage ceramic bearings and a ceramic detent ball, giving it that nice glassy smooth action. Now let's take a look at this handle. So we have a very steampunk-esque looking frame. You have titanium scales, and then just a lot going on here. This knife's claim to fame is a fidget monster. You got all the fidgetability in your flipping action, and then you have this sprocket looking wheel right here that has a switch. So right now you switch to this way,
and it clicks.
You get some resistance, and you have like an audible click to it. And then if you want to spin freely, you pull this little button back right here, and you can use it as a fidget spinner. Well, so my thought was that whenever I was doing the wood shaving, that it would be very uncomfortable. Because, I mean, you could see it sticks up above the scales. Well, whenever I was doing power cutting, I like to choke up. So you got a flat spot up here. I was choked up. That way I got well enough handle there for my medium-sized hands, and I was able to get a lot of force into what I was cutting. And if you look, whenever your hands wrap around, the handle's wide enough that where my hands sit, I don't even feel that. Now, whenever I was pushing really hard, I said it in the video, I could actually feel the relief cut right there a little bit. Not bad. And then a little bit right here where it gets thin. The very top of this right here, you see,
he shows at the end, he shows the corner there.
Now, it wasn't an issue at all.
Milling but he does, he does all kinds of cuts.
Things I don't. That is.
Yeah, back here, he did all kinds of cuts with it. And he said it's one, the sharpness of it was one of the best he's done.
I think it's like 139 if I remember.
But right here, this is the part where it's rough.
Anything extra, but you know, I like that they went outside the box. And lastly, talked about this one as well. You know, even though I thought this would be a hot spot for me, it was more this portion right here that I was feeling, because there is somewhat of a sharper spot right up in here. You can see if I do this, I can pull off that wood right there. It's not as bad as you think, but you know, when you're gripping.
So anyway, that's a cool little knife for 139 M390. And I really like his video, but here's what he says about the fidget part.
In there, absolutely no issue. Exactly what you want. Quick size comparisons, as you can see, is dwarfed by Vossi. I mean, better coat, a little sharper. They could have. Can you cut one? Yeah, you can cut one, and you really need anything extra. It's nice.
Yeah, here you go.
You know, you don't really need this. The action is so fidgety on this knife. You know, you don't really need anything extra, but you know, I like that they went outside the box from the norm. And lastly, talked about this one as well.
Yeah. So he said it's fidgety enough without that little roller thing. But he said it was very, yeah, it's probably too small for me too, but I had to get one to check it out. All right, so back to where we were. The K9 Jack Ultralight. Yeah, I'm tired of seeing all these Jack Wolf knives, actually. There's the Shift OTF. Somebody asked me if I got one of those. I didn't. But I would like to see how one feels. ProTech Cambria, we saw that. What is this Arma tool? Oh yeah, we saw that one. Gavco Shady Purple, we saw that one. But now I can download it, the video too. So that's pretty cool. I can open that right in the browser too, maybe.
Hey, howdy folks, how you doing? So I got another one of these. Again, slightly different, none of them are the same. This one is slightly larger, 3.3 inch blade, very pointy little big sticker. 7.4 overall. And the same thing like last time, conceal carry contour with the light little rock texture on top. Matching clip, it's on the larger side, and the finish on this is, I would call it shady purple, because you have purple and black, you know, black Damascus, but then you have the grays too. Same on the black side, you know, we have the high voltage purple and then stone wash, so you have grays there. And same thing here, edged, anodized, and then edged again to get the gray there. So purples, grays, and black. Nice action. Texture all the way around. This one is unique. I call the last one hyphen variant, but this is so different that it can't even really be called that. So whatever, one off. $12.50 shipped if you want it. Claim it below or hit me up on the email.
$12.50 shipped. Alright then. Yeah, we saw that one last. Pre-order books. The Raptor V3. Yeah, we saw it too. I like the fact with the Raptor V3 that he's doing a little bit different. What was different about it? He did a solid, I can't remember. I don't know why that link doesn't go to it either. It did last week because we saw it. I hate when guys change their... We've seen all these. We've seen all those. All right, let's go check out the fixed blades. Redacted for $4.50. Yeah, I'm getting kind of burnt out on MKC every week too. The Primitive Wicket, we've seen it a bunch too.
This wrapped wickets, these guys are sweet. And chickpeas, one of my favorites.
Yeah, we saw those last week. Aha! We saw that last week too. And it. Why are we? Am I on last? Oh, I'm on last week's drop. My God. I'm an idiot. My bad. McNeese, Bergs, Dimcos. All right. D-Rocket Design. IMP Scissors. Where are they at? What is that thing? Well, that's good. The shop link doesn't work. What was that knife, though? There it is. Huh. That's an interesting knife. I'm not sure I like that. I don't like that, whatever the lock mechanism is. He's got a bunch of... What is the total price? It can't be just $350. That's just the pre-order price. Maybe it is. He's got different versions too, but we can't... Oh, the serial numbers. They're all the same. Look, but you can buy the serial number you want. 017. I don't think they're... 3-inch blade, overall 7-inch. Toothpick blade. Maybe it is the full price. I don't see anything saying you'll owe so much more later. Yeah, I see that, John. The blade being step milled. I don't know how you could miss that. Looks like my Grimsmo, my Norseman a little bit. Alright. D-Rocket Design, Cambria, Ace Sonoma, V2. I got one of these for sale. It's not black though. I got the... Well, they don't even have the version I've got. Ace Sonoma V2. Is it green? Yeah, it's that one. I think it's that one. Oh, maybe it's this one. No, it's just that one. I got one of those, brand new in the box. Keep it scale stupid. Step milling is that the way that blade looked a second ago that we were looking at. Here, I'll show you one. Or I'll show you a couple. I like when y'all ask questions because it gives me a chance to pull out a knife. Got the tomahawk up here. I got 4 or 5 with the step milling. Those JB Stout does a lot of that. There's that concept. I don't remember the name of it, but so both of these have that step milling, and this has the step milling. Both of these have the step milling. So the step milling is where they mill the blade so it looks like steps. And they did the front of this one too. But both of these have that. That's the step milling. And then JB Stout does it on the Squirrel Master, except he does it in a diagonal pattern. So it looks like steps this way at a diagonal. I mean, that's kind of step milling. It's milling. He does his own style. So that is the Squirrel Master, and then this one's got the curved blade. And then I think the last one I've got is the one with that blade. But that one, oh, that one doesn't have step milling. I thought it did, but it doesn't. So those are my step milled blades. There's my chamois. It's got a lot. See how that one closes? Like, look how much better this one is. Like, that one just drops. Like, that's a nice knife now. I shouldn't have refinished it and made it look so nice for you. I'm just kidding. Looks nice now. Need to get me another 3-inch one. I gave that 3-inch one to Drummer, and he bailed on me whenever all that controversy came out about the clones. He totally bailed on me right after I gave him a chamois 3-inch as a giveaway win. So I love that. That's my favorite. Drummer was here. He was the first person here every video. And then when all that crap came out with the clone stuff, he disappeared. I know y'all noticed that. Along with Beach Shady. At least Nick came back. Dirk Diggler, or whoever, whatever his nick is today. Slip joints, version 7. Dwayne, how's it going, buddy? let's go check out ABW. I love their knives. I'm gonna have to get one. That one that Pete loves. American Blade Works. Can't type. I want a V1 or a V2 Model 1. I want a Model 1 titanium. I want this one. Yeah, that one's got step milling too. See, keep it scale stupid. Yeah, I want a Model 1. And I think I want a Model 2. Model 1 V7. Oh, that comes out today? Is that what you're saying? But does the titanium one come out or just the G10 ones? Yeah, I want a Model 2 also. I got to get a Model 1 and a Model 2. I mean, those are both beautiful knives. Can y'all see them? Yeah. Yes, sir, Robin, it was. Or is. It is, it's actually right here on the table. Although you can't see it at the moment. But yeah, it's right here. And boy, is it sharp. It is it is sharper than a lot of knives I own. I will show you once again, just because it's fun. Oh yeah, I smoked on it in the video yesterday. It smokes. It hits very, 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 very well. Yeah, go watch the video yesterday. I fired up. But check out how sharp this thing is. See the blade there? Like, I bet it would shave you. It feels sharper than a lot of knives I've got. Up there at the front, it needs a little stropping, but back here at the back, boy, it is deadly. Right in the middle. That's the paper. The paper has some bends in it, but yeah, it's very sharp. Yep, got a good edge on it. The bowl is right there. I'm gonna shoot. I've emptied it out, and I'm gonna shoot an unboxing video of it right after the stream today. So yeah, be looking for that. I'm gonna smoke in the video, so I showed it to y'all yesterday, but I'm gonna repackage it up. Yes, sir, keep it scale stupid. You need a fixed angle sharpener, and I've shown the best one to get. So there's a TS Prof clone for right at 90 bucks on Amazon. And if you just go to Amazon and type fixed angle knife sharpener, the second one right here that comes up is all you need. And that's perfect for beginners. It's 82 bucks, and it will sharpen the heck out of anything you got. They make a Gen 2, but yeah, that right there. All you do is clamp your knives in and go to town and then flip it over. It's not complicated. It's not complicated at all. And it's a clone of the TS Prof, and you can use all the stuff from the TS Prof, but you don't need anything else. But let me show you how not complicated it is, so you won't be intimidated. But all you do, super easy. I've got a combination of, I've got the Gen 2 with the Gen 3 rod here. But here's all you do. You take the sharpener. You take a knife that you want to sharpen. Let me get my little wrench. So let's say I wanted to sharpen this knife right here. Okay? All you do is you slide the knife in right here, right about like that. Then you tighten it up. Tighten it up good. Then you grab one of your stones. I'm not going to go to, that's a 180. That's a 400. And this is a 800. So I'm going to take this 800 stone. All you do is pull it, use this spring, pop it in right here. You pop it in, tighten this little lever, and then all you do, after you've set your angle right, you set it one time and forget it. And then all you do is just rub it along the blade like this. And after you do like 10 or 20 strokes, and you can feel a burr on the other side. Like I'm just going to do like about 10 strokes here. All you do is grab this lever, flip the knife over, lock it back, and do 10, and it keeps the angles perfect for you every time. And you just do 10 on this side. I'm not really going to sharpen this one, but, and then all you do, after you get a burr to go back to the other side, you can feel a burr wrap around, you reach underneath to feel the burr. But after you get the burr, all you do is flip it back over, hit it one time backwards to knock the burr off, and then you move on to the next stone. And then when you're done, you get the leather one, you put it on there and you pull it backwards and strop it, and you are done. Not hard at all. I didn't sharpen this one enough to get a burr. I'm changing the angle. I've got mine set to 17 degrees. So I'm sure this one is it's probably closer to 20 or 22 or something like that. But I'm not feeling a burr yet. But you can just go back and forth like this. You don't have to make those strokes that I was just making. But the main thing is to make sure that you get a burr. And the way you feel a burr is you just keep doing this, and then you take your finger and reach around on the other side, and you'll feel the metal curl on the edge there. I've almost got a burr, most of it, except up here at the front. Yeah. So I've got a good burr all the way across it now, so I'll flip it over. I'll hit it once on the backstroke to knock that burr off, and not with no pressure. And then I'll start doing it again on this side until I get that burr to flip back over to the other side. and you can make these fluid forward only strokes, but they did a test, and actually back and forth is quicker and better than just all forward strokes. The only time you have to worry about going backwards or forwards is when you're doing the stropping or knocking the burr off. But then you just reach around. I can feel a burr again. So now I flip it back over. I knock the burr off one time, and that knife is sharp right now. But to finish it off, I'm just going to put the leather strop on here, and I'm just going to do like 5 strokes backwards on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to flip it over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm done. So now I just take it out. I put a little card. I didn't like the metal touching my... They come with a little piece of rubber or something on the inside of this clamp, but I just stuck a little card folded up in there so that it doesn't touch the blade. But yeah, that knife was already sharp, but I did take it... I mean, I did do a bunch, and this piece of paper might not cut because it's so... But let me go grab... Hold on. It's got all those... And like I said, I probably didn't do a great job at this, so it might not even cut this paper, but that's how you do it. There you go. Mister, I can show you a video. They showed that pushing and pulling works the best. Pushing and pulling works the best. And there's a video of proof of that. YouTube. Blade HQ. Sharpening. Push. Pull. So they have, I believe it's Blade HQ that does it. Let me make sure. Push or pull. Sharpening test. I know there's a video, and they have somebody doing all 3. One of them does push only, one of them does pull only, and one of them does both. And they all use the same exact sharpeners. And it might be, no, it's definitely Blade HQ. And I don't know why the video. What is the best? Push, let's see. I don't know how to find the video again. Oh well. They did a test though, and they had 3 of them all using the same little sharpener. And one of them did push only, one of them did pull only.
Rate to 600 because we don't have a whole lot of work to do here. We just want to tune that edge up. The way you do it is you take your stone and your rod, you attach it to the system.
Yeah, and there's the little work sharp is a good unit too. I'm pretty sure it was, maybe it was, no, it wasn't Knife Center. Oh, here you go. Here it is.
What's up, man? Hey, man, how's it going? Interesting technique you got there.
Yeah, just sharpening the knife.
What do you call that? A special technique.
You just pull across with the abrasive, man. That's how it's done.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Or you could just, you know, like you would use a sharpening stone. Just push into the knife.
No, man, pull. This is the way. I'm telling you.
Okay.
What's up, guys?
So it's faster to be the guy in the middle.
Can I help with the last what knife?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Jump
go
in.
ahead.
Cool.
All right, guys. So this week we're talking about push versus pull when it comes to how that abrasive comes in contact with your knife. We've seen a lot of comments in the
Anyway.
YouTube section and on Instagram about whether you should be pushing or pulling. Some people
What's
get really
a
fired
any
up if they see
stone
you using
sharpener?
that sawing technique. So we've seen it all, and we.
Anyway, they go over it and they determine that the push-pull is the fastest and the best. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip your question. An any stone sharpener, I'm not sure what that is. Any stone sharpener. Oh. No, but it looks pretty cool. So it literally lets you use any stone. That's a pretty novel idea there. That looks great, actually. I would love to try one of those out for video. Yeah, but it's way quicker, keep it scale stupid, and it proves to be the best way.
Just wanted to put those theories to the test. So we got our precision adjust. We're going to push. We're going to pull. We're going to saw. We're also going to do a sweeping technique that we've seen as well, just to see what kind of results we get. Did I leave anything out there, Josh?
My hypothesis is that that sweeping technique is going to create, in general, the most. We
here we go.
Got them all sharp, got cleaned up, got the best tester out. Time to see how they score on the best tester. I'll share some final thoughts while Kyle's testing the knives, but let's see where number one comes in.
Cool. Number one. 176.
Wow, that's sharp.
That's sharp.
Anything under like 300, 400 is maybe factory level sharpness, so under the 200s is sharp. One of the things I noticed about the number one is that the burr seemed to come off because we're pushing into that edge, and so that
Number
seemed to
one
take the
is
burr
the
off
push
pretty
cut.
well, compared to this next knife, number two, where we're pulling away from the edge, and we may just be pushing that burr back and forth from side to side, and it never fully comes off. I resisted the urge to strop the knife, which may have pulled any final burrs off.
So number one is the push.
We'll see. I felt like
number two is the pull.
374.
So definitely not as sharp. It could be those burrs because it looks really sharp under the dyno light under the microscope. That's that straight pulling method. I thought that was going to create one of the best edges.
That was my prediction from the start, was it was going to be the nicest edge, and it does look good, but
It looks really nice.
it looked good and cut. And to be clear, 374 is still a sharp knife. It's just not in the lower than 200 usually, as you saw.
Number three is the
Yep.
back
All
and
right, number
forth.
three.
That lower than 200 is that like just drop through paper, cut through anything type of thing.
242 for number three. This was the sawing technique, so
Interesting.
sharper than two. I'm wondering if you hit two with a strop, how much that score would drop, because it's amazing how much that affects the edge of a knife a lot of the time. It just needs a little bit more. But
I think there's just some burrs on number two, and that could have been taken care of if we would have made a push stroke.
And then number
into the edge
four
at the end that could have also
is
taken
the
care of
sweep,
that, which
where they
maybe
do the
why three
arc.
performed a little bit better. 242 compared to 374. My thought would be that perhaps 37 there still might have some three spots, and
the sweep, here we go. See if it ends up being sharp. Definitely the best looking edge in my opinion. 298, so not as sharp as I actually expected.
Interesting.
Still sharp, like I said. Anything 300-400 is still a
But they use
good
the
edge, but
I'd say sub 300 is you get done sharpening, especially stropping. We haven't stropped.
They show the magnifying. They show the edges.
300's sharp.
Yep.
Number 1. Wow.
Way sharper than everything else.
That's that push method only.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
like
the number 1 got
just like
sharper,
you sharpen on a stone.
but the
Pretty
number
consistent how you sharpen on a stone.
3 is
That
the
mixed
best
with the number
overall
4
because of
method
how long
has
it
that
takes.
sweep. But
And it got
I would
the
think
second
that
sharpest.
That sweep method, if actually compared
and that short of an abrasive really sweet.
rather than I think so. Very interesting. Number 1, pushing into the edge. Really clean transition from the bevel to the primary. For the most part, a pretty clean edge, but not the cleanest.
No.
You know, number 2 and number 4 were both creating these super smooth edges, with the exception at the very end that number 2 seemed to have that burr hanging on.
Yep. And again, I'm dying to strop that thing, and maybe in a future video we will.
Maybe we'll pause this one and we'll just do like a little YouTube short.
Yep.
So keep an eye out for that. We'll strop these, remeasure them on the best tester. We'll throw that up as a YouTube short.
Yep.
That's it. Overall, comment below what your technique.
Difference between all the techniques when it comes to the day. All these knives cut sharp. I'll win.
Once we love getting in there.
Maybe the
and,
push
what do you wanna
one.
see under the
I don't
dynamite?
know.
Fun.
When they were talking about it somewhere,
The edge, you can see we polished up the edge.
Necessarily.
Way to do that.
maybe the push cut
But
one.
and wow.
Maybe I was
it's like
wrong.
Just so much faster.
I've been known to be wrong.
Can't emphasize that.
But I
Kinda
think
like it
somewhere
when
in
I
they
think
in
we
here
did,
they said
but
overall.
because we
I
are
might have
also
skipped
pushing
it.
into the blade. It may get it that better score. So 2 touched up, stropped, maybe a couple of passes in would have a finer edge, but
Yeah, I don't know. I skipped over
interesting
something.
result.
Yeah. Number 4. This is the sweep.
Anyway, they all work great. I don't know. I know time-wise, the saw method works way quicker. And what I normally do is I use the saw. Yeah, it's push-pull. But the saw method, what I do is I use the saw method until I get to like my last stone. And then I use push only. And then I knock the burr off when I flip it over. So on my more aggressive stones, I use the push and pull to get to the burr quicker. And then I flip it over and I do one stroke backwards to knock the burr off. And then I do push and pull to knock the burr back around. And then I do one stroke to knock the burr off. And then when I get to my last stone, I do that sweep technique to get a pretty edge for the last stone. And I go up to like 2,000 as the high as I go. I go 180, 400, 800, 1,500, and 2,000. I've got a 3,000, but I don't ever go up to 3,000. The old in and out. Exactly. But yeah, keep it scale stupid. It's not hard to use one of these. And once you get the angle set, see, I don't have to ever change it. I've got my angle set here at 17 degrees right here. And every knife I throw on there will get the exact same edge. You don't have to ever... Getting it set up that first time, you have to use a little angle finder, but your phone has one of those built in, so you can just use your phone. Yes, those are diamond stones, Dwayne. You can, they're getting kind of worn out, but they are diamond stones. And I've got a bag full. I bought lots of extras. So I've got the regular ones too, but they're all diamonds. I've got full sets, and I just bought 4 new ones. Oh, there's my lapping there's my other diamond paste. I didn't know where those were. But I just bought these 4 new ones because I wanted a 600 and a 1200. But I've got multiple sets of these. And I've got regular ones. Yeah, I said that, Michael, that you can use the same parts as for the TS Prof because it's a TS Prof clone. And you can buy the stones from TS Prof too and use the same stones. But all these are on sale at AliExpress for super cheap. I think this four knife set was like, 4 thing set was like $8. And this has got a 200, a 600, a 1200, and a 2500. So those were all ones that I didn't have in my other set. They're kind of the in-between numbers. So that's why I picked those up. But like I said, you can buy these for like $8 for 4 of them on AliExpress. I've got multiple sharpeners. I've got the one that you clamp on to the side of your table that does the same thing basically. In fact, if one of y'all wants it and wants to pay for shipping, I will send it to you free. I tried to send it to Pete, but he never got back to me about it, so there's that. But I've got this one right here. It's basically the same thing. I bought the better add-on for this part, but you just clamp this onto the table, and it's got the kind where you pull it out to turn your knife over. You clamp your knife in here. It's a Ruxin Pro, and it came with this little bar, and it wasn't adjustable easy, so I bought this little add-on that lets you turn this dial to raise it up or down to change the angle, and then you lock it in with this one. But all you do is use this bar, you slide it through that hole right there, and you put the same stones on there. But this one's called the Ruxin Pro. But I've got this whole, I've even got the little stop still. Andrew, yeah, you don't need to, it would cost too much, man. You could buy this whole thing for 20 more bucks brand new. So there wouldn't be a point. But yeah, let me show you real quick on AliExpress where you just type in I bet if you just type in diamond sharpening stone, hold on. Wow. My keyboard's messing up. Yeah, just type in diamond sharpening stone, and right here, they'll be all over. You can get the flat ones like these, or you can get the sets like this. So this set, you get a 120, a 600, a 1000, a 1500, a 2000, and a Ruby 3000 for $7. Like that whole set C is $2 for a welcome deal. 200, 400, 800, 1500, and 3000, or 3000. So that little starter set, if you haven't bought, but those are the same ones. And the Ruxian Pro, hold on. The sharpener that I'm showing you is this one right here, and you can get it for $50, and it would cost $40 to ship it to you. And this one has the double clamp. This is a newer version, the RX9. But you can get a case and everything, all the stones and the sharpener for $60. And it works good, but the one I just showed is better. The one on Amazon. And I've used them both. I also have one of the, I keep one in my car, of course. I've got the one that you do side to side. It's got the two, it's vertical. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But it's vertical, and it's got two rods, one on either side. I'm trying to find it. Let's see, vertical. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but they stand up straight, and you put the blade facing away from you, but you have it, I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about. They got two arms, one on either side. But I got one of those in my car too. Let's see, dual. Dang it, I'm not seeing it. Let's see. Yeah, right here. So I got one of these too. It stays in my car. And you clamp your knife in the middle, and you got stones on either side. So those work okay too, but I've got all three of those. And the first one I showed you from Amazon is the best one. But this one is pretty cool because it lives in that case. It all packs in that case easily. And I can take it to work with me or just leave it in my car. And you just clamp the knife in the middle there, and you can do both sides at once. It's pretty quick. The only problem I've got with mine is these little, the places where it sits on a pivot, a little ball, it's got a ball joint, kind of like in a car down here at the bottom. And where these attach, they make the angles not the same on both sides, even though I've got them set the same, because of the way these little screws are attached. So I have to have one out further than the other one just to have the same angle. But they come with two stones that are reversible on both sides. So you start out with the orange, then you move to the red, then you go to the light green, then you go to the dark green. Oh dang, are y'all both from Australia? That's pretty cool. All right. Well, guys, you can see that edge I put on there is pretty shiny. All I did was use 800, so I didn't even kind of go through the steps on this one. But it's still cut paper. But when you get up to 1500 and 2000, you can get a mirror edge on it. I think the last one I put a good mirror edge on is this Ontario Rat. No, I only went to 800, or not. Yeah, I went to 800 with it too. I can't remember which the last one was that I put a good mirror polish on. Oh, by the way, here's that, I told you I went back over this one a couple of times, and I got it to where I'm happy with it now. But it looks really good. It's still got one big deep line from or a couple of deep lines from the satin grind, but I really can't. I would have to Whoops. I would have to go in with like some real low grit paper to get those out. So I got everything else polished up good except for those couple of satin lines. This one is the breaker clone. It's $20. It's the it's the Tough Knives. Here you go, I'll show you. It's the Tough Knives Breaker Thumb Stud Custom Thumb Breaker. It's this knife right here. It's a clone of this knife. And it's $20. It's made out of aluminum and D2 blade steel. It's all over AliExpress. Folding knife. See how quick I can find it. Thought it would pop up on the first page of Folding Knives. They got it everywhere. I got mine off of Temu, but they're all over AliExpress. Hold on, I can find it quicker. Chinese Knives Breaker Clone. So there's the ad for it. They have 2 models of it. EDC Outdoor Hunting Folding Knife D2 blade. What is it? EDC Outdoor Hunting. EDC Outdoor Hunting Folding Blade D2. Of course, I typed everything in that it said, but it doesn't want to show up. I could copy everything in that posting. EDC Outdoor Hunting, Folding Knife, D2 Blade, Tactical Camping, Fishing, Self-Defense. Tactical Camping. Yeah, it won't even let me put any more words in. And I don't know why these idiots don't put the links. Oh, I think I commented on this post and put a link to it. Because I get mad. Yeah, I did. So here it is, $23. By the way, it's in the Discord channel, links channel on our Discord. So there you go. Talking about the breaker clone, Fred. The $23 breaker clone. They have the two versions. There you go. But yeah, if you haven't joined the Discord, please do so. It's real easy. All you got to do is click the link at the top of my YouTube page. So literally right there at the top it says Discord. You just click there and it asks you to pick a name, and all you gotta do is hit accept invite and you'll join right in. So yeah, but it's posted in the links channel. Man, I can't wait to do the unboxing of this here in a minute, so I can smoke out of it again. But yeah, this RMJ Tactical Patriot, super sweet tomahawk. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all. If y'all need me, you know how to get a hold of me. My email is up in the top right corner right now. bladealchemy4u@gmail.com. Pete, have a good day, sir. I polished it with diamond paste and a Dremel. I used a Dremel and diamond paste. Everybody have a great Friday. Don't party too hard tonight. Love y'all. Tomorrow's Saturday, weekend, best day of the week. So y'all get through today and tomorrow will be great. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace. Oh, by the way, hit that thumbs up while you're leaving. I should get at least 10 to 12, 15 likes on every video from all y'all, but seems y'all forget to hit that thumbs up, so hit it real quick. Alright, peace. Yeah, I can stop the stream and hop back in at any point. I just never do that, but I have to actually hit end broadcast to actually end it. So that's kind of weird. Am I really gone? Who knows?